Good day, this is Thumbs United. This is our Let's Play of Uncharted 2. This is episode 4. This is the final Let's Play of Uncharted 2. I'm pretty sure we're going to beat the game. It's not as long as the other ones. It's only 2 hours and 10 minutes. This is not the game archive. So I took a little break from recording. It's been like 3 days since the last episode I recorded. And that was mainly because I make a list of things I want to talk about, and then I was making the list and I could only think of 5 things. And nothing really happened in between the other episodes. And so originally I wanted to get it done before Thanksgiving, but that didn't happen. And so it's Sunday after Thanksgiving. Dreading going back to school. Not so much work. I'm okay with work, but it was so nice only having 1 day of class. So the other day, when I was driving the car, I kind of came to my house, but I came the back way. And you can't really see the back side of our house. And I was like, so there were a ton of leaves. Like, I sucked up all the leaves a week ago, and there were a ton. But I was driving at night, so I was like, okay, I'll have to, come clean them up. And so the next day I go and I start picking up, and I'm like, seriously? 'Cause sometimes our neighbors, they won't do our leaves, but sometimes they if they see some leaves on the path, they'll kick it to the side. And it's like, because, and it's annoying. It's like, we take care of our own leaves. You don't have to keep doing this, but they keep doing it. And they're trying to be nice, which is okay. But it's just it's not like these leaves have been there for a long time. I pick up the leaves every week, sometimes 2 or 3 times a week. So I was like, they got impatient or something. And the people in our neighborhood, they're kind of uppity. We don't have the homeowners association, but they are not afraid to report you to the police if your grass is too long or something. But that's a whole different story. So the other day I woke up, and it was I woke up a half hour before my alarm. So it was 8 in the morning, and I was originally going to go back to sleep, but I was like, no, I got a ton of work to do. So then I got on the lawnmower and started sucking up leaves. And it was funny because my mom said, oh, I saw you. What she first said, she thought, somebody's doing, yard work in the morning. And then she was like, I gotta go tell Lloyd he has to get out there. But then she saw it was me, and she was like, it brought you too much out. And I was like, yeah. I'm feeling better in a lot of ways, and it's just, I don't know, I've had symptoms of depression and been depressed to the point where it's just I needed a lot of sleep, and that's not the only symptom, but it was just I was tired all the time. And then the second I wake up, the first thing I think is oh my goodness, okay, go back to bed. But now it's just I wake up, I'm happy to start the day. And the other thing is, it's just I have energy now. So that's nice. And Reminds me of like when I was younger. Like I used to wake up early, like all the time. I was a pretty good morning person. And in fact, like I didn't like to save late. And so what I would do is I had Halo for the Mac. And so what I would do is like I had to wake up at 6 o'clock in the morning for school. And so I was like, you know what? I don't like playing, late at night. And so I just play in the morning. So I'd wake up at 4 in the morning. So I'd have an extra 2 hours so I can play like levels of Halo. I played that game forever. This was Combat Evolved. And yeah, so just I used to always like waking up in the morning. And it wasn't until I started going to college and I didn't have to wake up in the morning and that I really started to sleep in late. And it was like really late. But yeah, I'm glad it's nice because you wake up and it's just like, okay, I'm done. I have the energy, I'm recharged. Where before, I never felt like I was recharged or ready to go. And then I returned the Camaro. I mean, it was an interesting car. And like maybe in the future I'll get one, but right now it kind of felt like a death trap. I was like, this is too much power for one person to have. And it kind of felt like almost raw power, like not really.
The hell are they shooting at?
You didn't really have a lot of control with the car. This is weird because I've driven cars that are a lot smaller and lighter, and the Camaro is kind of a bit heavy. But I mean, you hit a bump and it just feels like it's pivoting to the left and the right with each bump you hit. So, and to the place where I was driving, the roads were really bad. So I was just like, this is not a good car to drive in like bumpy areas or off-road or whatnot. It just didn't feel like it would grip the road well. And then there are so many blind spots. And like you can't even see the curb if you're turning into like a side street. It's just like you have to kind of guess where the side of the road is. And that's just looking out the front. And the mirrors are ridiculous because the back of the car kind of has like wider hips around the tire, and so there's like a lot you can't see with the mirrors because they're little dinky mirrors, and they need to go out farther. But the other thing is, then the other thing is, oh, I remember. So then, like, I kept adjusting the rear view mirror, and that was it was funny because I keep looking at it and just like, I can't see all the way out the back. So I assumed it was too high or too low. No, it wasn't dead center. The rear window is like so small that it's like looking at the white screen. It's just you can't get a full view with the mirror at all. Either the roof of the car blocks it or the back seats block it. So it's like really bad at seeing other cars. Has tons of blind spots.
Right.
And so kind of one of the first things I thought of was like you could very easily get into a car accident. It kind of felt like a death trap, and especially how people drive everywhere really. Like here in Michigan, it's just like speeding like 70, people going like 90 and stuff. And they expect you to go 90, so if you're like actually going the speed limit, for some reason they'll like pull up behind you and just try to push you. And they'll even do that like when all the other lanes are open. It's like, I don't understand it. You know, you could easily go around, but no. The other thing that happened, my sister came with. I was like, oh, she's gonna spend tons of time with us. And, I mean, she's in the town, and so she's visiting with her friends. She hasn't seen them because she's been in college at New York, and it's funny because it's just like I forgot what it was like having her home because she never stays home. I mean. She's always out with friends, and she has to be socializing a lot, and it's just her personality, which is funny because like I don't like going out at all. I don't even like public places. I don't like large crowds, but she's the complete opposite. I mean, we're the same in a lot of ways, but in that aspect, we're really different, and so so I forgot because she just goes out and then she doesn't come back till like 1 in the morning or 2 in the morning. And so it's just funny because like I forgot, to stay up late worrying about her. And she's like, oh, I forgot about this. Another source of anxiety. And she won't tell you. Like she'll say, like, oh, I'm coming back in 10 minutes then. 10 minutes really means like 40 minutes or so. And then she'll keep texting you, I'm almost home. And she's like, you've been texting me that for like half an hour. So
it's over.
That's one, not an issue. Just like, I forgot what it. I forgot she like doesn't report anything and whatnot. And so she's been here since Sunday. So she's been here from Tuesday, and she's just been every day. Every day she wakes up early and then she's like, see ya, I'm leaving. And then comes home late at night. And I'm just like, oh my goodness, how do you have that much energy? I barely have enough energy to get the stuff done I do at home. She likes that. And so my computer finished rendering Project Newfoundland, and a lot of the renders look good. There were some bugs that I have to fix. But it's definitely, I like the new style that I did. I mean, this project has been in development for like for a long time, and since like 2013. It was shot in 2013, and I haven't really been able to find a way to edit it, like an editor. Like I tried a whole bunch. I tried Premiere Pro, Avid, and none of them could really do the quality that I wanted. And so that was a big part of the process, was figuring out how to edit 3D and everything. But so then finally made a style that I liked, and was actually working on another project, and I was like, this would really work well for this project, Newfoundland. And so I just re-edited everything, and I was just like, one, it was longer, which is what I wanted, because I wanted to divide it into smaller episodes. But two, just the quality was so much better, and there was a lot less shaky cam. And so that was good. And so finally seeing like the full resolution and everything was like, oh, that's good. But like I said, there's still stuff I have to fix. There were some animation bugs, and so I have to go back and fix those. And then there are a couple of projects where some of the video is like a little scrambled. So I have to go back and double check the actual, the original videos, because I think some of them were renamed wrong. I have to go back and fix the namings, but it's an easy thing to fix. And then I already like fixed half, 50% of the videos that had problems, and so I'm gonna fix the other half in the next couple of days, and then I'm gonna start doing the color grade, and then I just have to worry about doing sound and music and the narration. And I already have like the script written out and everything. Well, partially written out. I don't have it written for each episode, but I do have the research done and a rough, kind of a rough script. So it's nice that it's finally coming together. And kind of the part that, like, I know I'm almost done, because like I will sit down and I'll just watch it for fun, There were some projects where it's just like, oh, I want to edit it, but then once you edit it and you finish it, it's just like you never look at it again. With this one, I like keep going back to it, keep rewatching it, and it's funny because it's like, oh, I could stop now. It's like, no, I want to finish each episode, just watching it, not editing or anything. So it's kind of like a mark of approval. But for like a lot of projects, it's hard to not so much watch what you make, but it's hard to go back and watch, because sometimes you're embarrassed because you didn't quite have the style you have today or whatnot. But for me, it's really hard to go back and listen to things I record, because I don't like listening to me talk. I don't know, I feel like I kind of have a weird voice and whatnot. But I'm getting better about it. And so on Thanksgiving, we went to the movies. We went pretty late. We were originally going to go at like 7, but we ate all the food, and we were just like in a coma. And then my sister was at her boyfriend's house having Thanksgiving with them, and apparently they had scheduling problems, because he thought Thanksgiving was happening at like 2 p.m. and then the rest of the family thought it was happening at 5, and others thought it was happening at like 6. I was like, you can send out invitations and have like an actual time for Thanksgiving. But So they had that issue. So they weren't done till a lot later, and it was okay because like we all had to at my house, my grandmother and I, and my mom, we could like take a nap because it was just like so much food. But so we went to the movies like later, and I thought it was gonna be jam packed because usually when we go on Thanksgiving, it's really packed. And I was like, don't really want to go to movie theaters right now. One, because I don't like crowds, which is a lot of the reason why I don't go to the movies that much. And so we saw Coco, and like I was interested in Coco, but I just feel like the advertisement was so bad. I don't mean like the quality of advertisement or what they were showing, but just like I've seen no advertisement for Coco, like nowhere. And so like I heard about it months ago. I'm like, oh, I'd like to see that. Didn't even know it came out already, and I was like, that's pretty bad. I don't even know it's in theaters. And there were a lot of good things about Coco, like just the quality, the visual quality, not even the animation, just like if you took still frames of this movie, it was just extremely gorgeous. And I was like, wow, that's incredible. And the places they were showing in Mexico and just the level of detail, it was like, wow. And I saw it in 3D, and even in 3D, because sometimes there's like some distortion in 3D movies, but the 3D, it didn't subtract from the quality at all. The 3D wasn't that strong, but it wasn't that strong, and like you don't have to see this movie in 3D. It didn't really add that much. It did kind of make it more atmospheric, like you could see like more what's called like ambient occlusion and things like that. You could see kind of fog and other effects better. But there wasn't so many scenes where it was like, wow, this is incredible in 3D. But so there was that. And the story was good. I mean, there were a couple of points where it kind of had me choking up, and I was like, relax. And like, I don't think some of the points I was choking up at were like parts they expected you to choke up. But there was one scene where, and spoiler alert, I mean, the guy goes to like kind of the underworld, and he's crossing the bridge, and I don't know, something happened where like they had his like companion dog, and he just kind of followed him over, and that like got me kind of sad because it made me think of like when my dog died, and it's like, oh my goodness, this dog's going into kind of the shadow world and whatnot. So that got me choked up. But the movie was good, but in a lot of ways I kind of felt like they copy and pasted a lot from other Pixar movies. Like I really feel like this movie was like a combination of WALL-E and Ratatouille. There are a couple of scenes that are like, this is the exact same thing that happened in WALL-E. And then kind of the twists and stuff were very similar to Ratatouille's. And I don't know. The overall plot was good, but getting through it was kind of it was like they kind of foreshadowed too strongly, so it's just like, oh, clearly this character is going to end up being this guy and whatnot. So there were not a lot of surprises, and so that kind of made it not boring, but it's just like, come on, get on with it, I know what you're trying to say. And so there was that, but it's definitely a movie I would like to own in like 4K on a 4K Blu-ray or whatnot. But it was really gorgeous, and I mean, there were some scenes that were like so overly emotional. It was just like, oh my goodness. I didn't actually cry, but like I could have. I was just like I tried to stop myself. I'm like, I'm not gonna make a scene here. But it's just, there were definitely parts that just tugged at your heart, you know. But the ending, I kind of had a hard time suspending my disbelief. I mean, it kind of involved what I'm doing now, which is a lot of
Nate,
caregiving and stuff for my grandmother and stuff. But the ending was just like,
animals.
this doesn't happen. You know.
I probably should have warned you about them.
But
Warned me? Wait, you knew about these things? When were you planning on telling me?
Just lay low and stay out of their way.
and so that was kind of like the only real part. It's just like that would never happen with an older person, and it's just kind of, I mean, it's sad, but it's just like with Alzheimer's and stuff, you don't really get better.
Send back up. Quiet, Nate. Quiet.
Oh God, they're all dead! Those things tore them apart! They went that way! What the hell are those things?
But then, oh my goodness! So there was a short in front of Coco, and really wish it was a Pixar short. It was a Walt Disney animation short, and it was Frozen. I mean, I don't have anything against the Walt Disney animation. I think their animation's fine, but it was Frozen, and I liked Frozen I saw Frozen in the theater. I liked the movie. But this short was just, it was way too long. It was like 30 minutes. And it was like 30 minutes I didn't want to see. It was just, I thought maybe within the first 2 minutes it would finish, but they just go on and on. And it's like, stop, I don't care. And I feel like they kind of made Olaf like even dumber. And I was just like, I don't remember him being like this dumb in the other movies. In the Frozen movie, and it was just painful, and I was like, and it was like so painful to the point that it was just like I was getting bored, and like they did everything.
Look, give me some more time.
They would break out into song, and it's just like, this doesn't need to be a song.
I have given
just
you
end
enough
it,
time.
you know. We don't need to sing one more
Brought you the
thing. There were
dagger.
like 7 or
Now.
8 songs.
Where is the gate to Shambhala?
Look, Zoran, we know.
I have not come this far to be thwarted by your
It
incompetence.
was just
We
too
know
much.
the answer is somewhere
And it
in
got
this
to the
room. We
point
just have
where-
to find it.
Meanwhile,
Coco
Drake
finally
remains
started,
just
and
one
it was
step
just like,
behind you.
I'm tired of being in the theater.
I clearly hired the wrong man for the job.
Frozen took all my patience, so I was kind of like in a not a bad mood, but it's just like not in a happy mood once Coco started. And so Coco really had to
I'll try to
earn
smooth
back
things
my
over with him.
kind
Just
of appreciation.
Stay here. See what you can work out.
Okay. Think, Chloe, think.
That belongs to me.
Nate? Get out of here.
Give me the dagger.
They'll be here any
Chloe,
minute.
don't make me take it from you.
How am I supposed to explain where it's gone?
You'll think of something. You always do.
Just do one thing for me. Take that son of a bitch down.
All right. What am I looking for? Wait a minute. This all looks familiar.
So we never really figured out what we were gonna do for Thanksgiving. I mean, we knew my sister was gonna have Thanksgiving
Bet I
with
could move these things.
her boyfriend's family, and I was like, it was like, okay, that's fine. And but then we were like, are they gonna come over? And so kind of part of that annoyed me, but
This one's
he
in
was
the
like,
wrong
oh, you know,
spot.
I'm gonna eat dinner with them,
Damn it.
and then we're gonna come have dessert with you guys. I was like, oh, you don't get to come and just steal our dessert. You have to eat, you know, have to actually eat the meal with us if you want our dessert. You can't just shortcut it. So that part was funny. I mean, not funny, haha, but I was like, oh, they're gonna come over and just be staring at us while
Alright,
we
each
eat
of these
dessert.
creatures seems to be associated
Okay.
with a color.
Luckily their dinner went so long that we just said, okay, you know, well, you can come to the movies with us. And so they're like, yeah. So we went to the movies together, and that was interesting. I mean, her boyfriend now is okay. I mean, he's really socially awkward. I mean, and that's coming from me because I'm like super socially awkward. But it's just like,
What's
yeah,
next?
see, he's like panicking and whatnot. Then he did this really weird thing where, you know, we're walking. My grandmother's with me, and she doesn't use a walker or a cane or anything, and she really needs to. So she always has to walk with somebody kind of helping her along. And we just take her by the arm and then, like, hope she doesn't trip or anything. But she very much needs somebody to walk with. And so I'm taking her along. And then instead of... my sister goes into the theater, and then the boyfriend's following. But he's kind of feeling guilty for me and Grandma.
Where's Sully when
And,
you need him?
Like, I have no problem opening the door and holding my grandmother, but he was like, oh, maybe I should do something. So, but instead of, like, holding the door, he just pushes the handicap, and he's like, see ya. So he just pushes the handicap button for both doors, and, you know, I was like, that's really weird, you know. He's obviously thinking about it, but kind of rude. I mean, like, if it was, like, somebody else he didn't know, he pushed the handicap door button for, like, somebody in a wheelchair and whatnot, that's okay. But so that was funny. And then his sister did the same thing, except my mom had my grandmother, and I was holding open the door, and then Alexandra, my sister, she was like, I'm already holding up the door. I then pushed the handicap button. And she's like, I pushed the handicap button while you holding the door. And I was like, seriously? I opened the door before you pushed the button. She was like, yeah, right. And I was like, oh my goodness. But sometimes it becomes kind of attitude-y. Especially when she's with her friends. But that's a whole nother story. Yeah, I mean, the boyfriend is like really awkward, but he's okay. I mean, he's like a good person. And then the day after Thanksgiving, it was my mother's birthday. Sometimes Thanksgiving's on her birthday on some years, but so there was a movie she wanted to see. There were a couple movies she wanted to see, but we ended up seeing The Man Who Invented Christmas, which was a lie. It wasn't about the person who invented Christmas. I thought it was going to be like some kind of medieval or something movie, but it was, because I didn't hear anything about this film. But it turned out that it was about the person who invented the Christmas Carol. Was Charles Dickens. And they're okay. And so we buy the tickets and we go to the movie, and it's like, oh, that's weird, it already started. But then we're like, oh, we must have just missed the previews. And so we were like watching the movie, and then it just ends. And I was like, wow, that was really fast. It was like an hour and 20 minutes or so. And so then like we figured it out.
Right.
Turns out
That
we
should
went
do
into
it.
our tickets were for like $7.50, and we
Okay,
saw
I've
like
seen
the
these
4
symbols
o'clock
before.
one. So I guess it was like a really long movie, but we just came in for like the ending, like an hour of the ending, and so that was like, oh. And we were going to do a double feature, kind of, and so we were like, well, do we wait to see the first half of the next one, or what? So we decided we weren't going to do that. But I mean, the movie was good. The second half, half we saw, but I could see it being a little long. And but yeah, it was really good, like advertisement, because for Christmas Carol. Because right after the movie, I was like, well, I either want to read the book or watch a Muppets Christmas Carol. And so overall, it was a good movie. But then we went to see.
Each one is matched with a color, just like the creatures.
Then we went to see Thor Ragnarok. And I'm like done with Marvel movies. I mean, I don't really get excited for them. And if I see them with my family, it's like it's okay. I'm not anti-Marvel, but it's not really something I look forward to. And then, so I saw Thor, and Thor was really good. It was, like, I'm probably not going to see it again, but it was really enjoyable. And, yeah, I just liked it a lot. And then, I don't know. I haven't been feeling good for a couple of weeks. And I think I figured it out. Like, I was feeling fine when I woke up this morning. And then I made my coffee. And it's like 2 shots of espresso and milk. And then I had, cereal again with milk. And I was like, you know what? It was after I ate all that I started to eat and drink. It was after all that I started to feel like not well, and I was like, I think that's it. I think it's milk. I think I don't know what happened. I either drank too much, or I always had an allergy or intolerance, and I'm gonna try for a couple of weeks just not drinking any milk anymore, and hopefully I get better.
Just like the dagger.
And the other thing is, I've already kind of reduced the amount of milk I drink. I used to drink, before I switched to espresso, I used to drink 2 cups of coffee, large cups of coffee. So that was a lot of milk. And I've already lost like 15 pounds just changing that. I'm also exercising a little bit more, but my doctor was like,
Elena,
exercise
can you
isn't
hear
really
me?
important.
Yeah.
I
You
think I
got to
just
change
found
your
the secret
diet if
entrance.
you want to lose weight.
Really?
Yeah. You see the base of the cliff with all the
I
statues?
mean, he thinks exercise is important,
Meet
but
me
he's
there.
like, you can't lose
Got
a
it.
lot of weight
I'm on my way.
just from exercising. You have to change the amount of calories you take in. And so I was like, oh. Then he was just like, you can have as many salads as you want. Unlimited salads. No salad dressing. Just unlimited salads. And I was like, oh. But hopefully quitting milk kind of solves my problem. But I mean, I like milk and whatnot. But today I made like the perfect cup of coffee. And it was funny because I had my last few beans, and so I was only able to make half the amount I usually make. For a while I've been like, oh, it's too strong. It's like making my stomach uneasy. But then today's was like really good. So that's the part that kind of sucks, because just like I finally figured out how to make the perfect cup, and now I have to cut out milk.
Elena, you there?
Yeah, I'm over here. I can see you.
What the hell are those guys doing?
Looks like they're pulling the statues down, trying to find that secret entrance.
Geniuses are right on top of it. Well, here goes nothing.
But I mean, I have like a ton of allergies to food and everything, so it wouldn't surprise me so much if milk's like the last one. I don't plan on like cutting out dairy and everything. I just not have like milk every day, and hopefully I can still eat like cheese and yogurt. But I only eat yogurt like once a week or so.
Yes, over here!
Yeah, I'm allergic to corn, walnuts, peanuts, wheat, and soy.
Eat some of that!
So it's hard to eat out and everything. And the joke of it is a lot of those are like substitutes for each other. Candy, like corn, candy, wheat. A lot of things are made out of corn. And it's just like, and corn's not a gluten, so a lot of people say they're gluten free, but it's like genetic corn, so you still can't eat it. Like I saw this funny thing that tortilla chips, gluten free, and I was like, nobody assumed tortilla chips have gluten in them. I was like, and then this is my sister's last year of college. And, she's a dance major, and so this year she choreographed a lot of dances. And this is gonna be not her last performance of the year, but it's the last major one. And so we've gone every year. It's in New York, and so getting ready to go. We go next week, and like I'm really excited for it, but it's just really difficult to travel. And I mean, if it was just like me and my mom going, it'd be easier and I have no worries. But we're taking our dogs with us because there's not a kennel we really trust that much anymore. Last time our dogs went to this one kennel and they got sick, and so we're like, okay, they're not going to that one again. But that was like the only one we know of. And then we kind of found it. Mom
Right
went to a
here.
conference.
This is it.
She found this kind of company that they're starting the kennel, and it's like organic kennel, and they'll feed like raw dog food and everything, and organic food.
Here, help me
But
push.
Okay.
but they haven't opened yet. And says, so they don't exist yet, so you can't take them there. So that's one of the issues. But the other issue is traveling with my grandmother. I mean, she travels fine, but once she gets where we're going, she gets kind of almost antsy. So just like, I mean, she always has to be doing something, or she
Would you
feels
look
like
at that?
the trip was a waste of time.
Hidden right in plain sight.
So the last time we went to New York, she
Come on.
got really angry because
This
she was
way.
like, "Why did I even come? I
I think
don't
there
even
might be a
wanna
quick way
here."
down over here.
And that was because the first day we were in New York. My mom and sisters had to go to like a parent weekend for the college. So my grandmother and I stayed in a hotel. And we like watched TV, and she was like, "We have to go see the city and everything." I was like, "No, we're just gonna wait here. It's only for one day. You know, they're coming back, and then we're gonna go see other stuff." So, but that just got her like really grumpy, and she's kind of like, she always has to be entertained, but she doesn't like remember. So if we like do a lot of things one day, the next day she won't remember, and she'll just think we're doing nothing. And we're recuperating and whatnot. So it's kind of stressful.
Damn it! We're rappelling down that wall.
So it's gonna be another stressful trip.
Helena! Get down! Clear out! Look out!
And I told you guys earlier I went to see Thor. There was like a huge commotion. This one family, there was 3 of them, and they brought like, this child. The child was like maybe 3 years old or so, and I mean he wasn't that bad. He wasn't obnoxious, but like, he'd be making sounds during the movie and sometimes crying and whatnot. And then he wouldn't like walk around the whole theater, but they were in the front row because they were handicapped, and the kid would sometimes get away from him when he walked to the front row. There was nobody in the front row, and so it wasn't really that big of an issue. It was just like kids being kids. But at the end of the movie, this guy sitting next to us, and I have to say this, but like his kids were obnoxious. Like there were 4 of us going to the movies, and so we were sitting in a row, and there were like 4 open seats.
Thanks for the
But
rope,
the one kid would not move his
There's nothing scary at the top.
his shopping bag. He just, he had it
All right,
not
it's
in
all
the
clear.
seat, like to the side of him in front of the seat, and he was kind of obnoxious. And it's like, seriously? I mean, he saw us trying to sit there, and he was like, nope, not gonna move it. And I was like, So that family, at the end of Thor, the husband started yelling at the lady, "Your kid ruined the movie. Why'd you even bring him? You shouldn't bring that kid to the movie theater." And then the lady started yelling back at him. He was like, "It's my son. I'll do what I want. I can take him wherever I go." And then she was like, "If you have a problem with it, talk to the manager."
There's some doors up here. I need your help.
And so they're screaming back and forth, and then the husband that's yelling at this lady is like, the wife starts, starting to yell, and she's like, the handicapped person is just like, "Stop! Don't even get involved in this, lady. You have no idea what you're talking about." And so it's just like, oh my goodness! And so they're yelling back and forth, and
Don't see it.
this is during the credits.
Neither do I.
Yeah, we're just like, oh my goodness!
If I have
I mean,
to
who was
climb
this guy,
another wall.
yelling at this
Keep looking around.
lady?
There has to be a clue somewhere.
It was like really uncomfortable, and I thought fights were gonna break out.
What?
But the guy was really obnoxious, and it was just a kid being a kid. He didn't really ruin the movie in any way, but
Son of a bitch.
the guy was really
Now
obnoxious.
you do.
Just stay behind me. Drop the gun. Do it! Stay back!
Shit. I should have killed you myself when I had the chance. Not a mistake I will make twice.
Back off!
Oh, pull the trigger, little one. See how long you live. Now, you will open the passage to Shambhala.
Go to hell.
Are you a student of history, Mr. Drake?
I've read a book or two.
Genghis Khan, Hitler, Stalin, Pol Pot, they were all great men. But do you know why they prevailed?
I'm sure you're gonna tell us.
Because they had the will to do what other men would not. Compassion is the enemy. Mercy defeats us. Now, unless you wish to test me still further, you will drop your weapons!
Do it.
Kick them away. So, you have tested my will. Now it is my turn to test yours.
Killing us won't get you anywhere.
Oh, killing him, yes. But you?
You hurt her. You'll get nothing from me.
Well, then it appears we are at a stalemate. Unless I add another pawn to the board. Bring her in!
Shit.
Get your hands off me.
Now, one we will use as a lesson, and the other we will use as incentive to cooperate. You choose.
This is bullshit, Nate.
Yeah, don't play into his game.
You want my help, you let them go.
This is not a negotiation! Who would you sacrifice, and who would you save? But this one? You want to save this one?
Just,
Or maybe this
I
one?
don't know.
You know what? Enough
I
of this
feel
shit.
like movie theaters
All
need
right,
like
quit
a
the
panic
theatrics.
button.
I'll do what you want.
I mean, that guy was he was really obnoxious, and it was just funny because like his family was obnoxious too, and like they were more distracting than
Calm down.
the other kids, the 2-year-old and whatnot. And my grandma and I were sitting on the end, and this kid, their kid,
You, asswipe.
my grandmother
Give me your
falls
lighter.
asleep in movies all the time, so my grandmother was asleep. So he came to pass her, and I woke her up, and then, but he's like just jumping over her, you know, before she could scoot her legs in and whatnot. Just jumping around people. So, that was obnoxious. But no, it's getting too bored. And this wasn't Black Friday. This was, well, no, it was Black Friday. And so I was like, well, these obnoxious people. And then earlier, there was this guy. Well, one, we go to buy our tickets, and I have the Stubbs membership. I had it before they called it like the gold membership. But so we get to use like the premiere line, we don't have to wait in line as long as and whatnot. And so we go into that line, and these people start yelling at us. So you can't go in that line, you have to get in this line, and blah blah blah. And I'm like, we have the premiere card. They didn't understand what that meant. And I was like, this is the premiere line. They're still yelling at us. You can't go.
What is this?
The line's over here. We just stayed in the line. We were
Find a
in.
way across and fix it!
We started to just like ignore them. They're like, oh.
And take him with you.
And so then,
Maybe this time it will get done right. Oh, and Mr. Drake. Don't try anything clever.
and so they were like, they were not happy. And then, so then, we go to like take the tickets to go get in the theater, and the person takes our ticket. But we're like, there's only one person there on one side of the theater. So there's two sides. There's like the theaters on the left, theaters on the right. But there's only one person getting tickets, so it's the person on the right. And our theater's on the left. So we're like, do we go to that person, or is there somebody else coming? And then this old guy, one of the same people that was like telling us we were in the wrong line, comes up behind us and he's like, you go to that lady. And it was really creepy because it was like, why is this guy following us? He told us that, and then he just didn't even go into a movie. He just like went to the bar.
Wait for me. Daddy's got a
And
gun.
like,
I can't believe Lazarevich hasn't killed you yet. Yeah. Give me a boost, buddy. There we go. Oh, look out. It's a stone's throw.
so I don't recommend going to the movie theater.
Hey! Sorry.
And
Is that blocking your
on
path?
Black Friday,
Glad you find
everyone's
this
really
so funny.
grumpy.
Sorry about that.
and,
Great.
it's just not fun.
See?
You should have more faith in me, chump. There you go, sweetheart. Get ahead of me. Go on. You better not be leading me into a dead end.
Through here.
I don't think you're going to get your stomach through there.
And then I have 2 projects due in our class. One's due December
Help me move
4th.
this.
And it was funny
Aye, aye.
because I was doing a lot of scheduling for different
teamwork.
projects.
Just like the good old days, eh?
It's like, oh my goodness, this Monday's December 4th. You know, my project's due in like 2 days and I haven't started. No, it's not. I still have like a whole another week before it's due. So I was like, oh phew. It gave me a heart attack. I was like, oh. But I do have one project that's due in 2 weeks. I mean, I'm not really worried about it. The art projects don't take me that long.
Cares?
I
We
just have to
get up
research
high.
this one
It's like Stonehenge, isn't it?
one thing, and then supposedly we're
Help me
doing
push
like
this.
we have to stand up in front of class and talk about it, and we have to talk about it within our group. But again, I'm not worried about it. It's just a homework assignment. It's not like a final project. The final project is what's due in 2 weeks. I mean 1 week. And so, the final project, I decided I'm gonna do like a short film.
Come on, girly girl. There you go.
She said if we do the film, it
Got you
has to
your
be
mom.
like 2 or 3 minutes, which is a lot better than what I thought. Because I was gonna make like a 15-minute short film or something, but 2 or 3 minutes is gonna be. Well, it's gonna be hard because you have to cut it so short, so you have to really edit down what you're gonna say. But gonna do that art project. I don't know. I'm probably not gonna release it to the public. I thought I might, but I might not. Just because it's gonna be like using other people's copyrighted images.
Hope you can make that jump on your own.
If you can do it,
I sure as hell
I
am not
can.
gonna help
Little
you.
help, little help. Never mind, just kidding.
All right, let's open it up.
They say behind a door is another door. Okay. So what do you have to do? What do we have to do?
Just wait here. As usual, I'll take care of everything.
Would you?
Wait,
What?
those symbols. I know those symbols.
And then the other thing we learned is that our rescue Newfoundland, she's really clever, and she's always acting like she's starving. She gets fed like 4 pounds of food a day. It's like it's close to 5 pounds. She gets fed 2.5 pounds of food each meal, and she eats twice a day.
As the world turns, so
And she
does
gets snacks
my
throughout the
world.
day.
Could you hurry up?
But
Try to concentrate.
she acts like she's never seen food in her life. She's always jumping on the counter to try to pull food down. And then earlier this week, she figured out how to open the cupboards. So now she's like tries to open the cupboards with where we have like human snacks and everything. And then the other day, she was starting to open these cupboards, and they didn't have any food in them. They just had candles, so they smelled like they had food. And she was like trying to eat the candles. And we're like, she's getting into more trouble. And then on Thanksgiving, oh my goodness, we have this. It's an oven, but it doesn't work. So we kind of use it like once we heat up food, we put it in there so the dogs don't eat it. And she figured out how to open the oven. I mean, it's like a heavy oven door, and she opens it up, and then she pulls the food out. She's like really strong. So she ate all our mashed potatoes. that we were gonna have for Thanksgiving. But I mean, she's really tall. She's taller than our other noof,
Come on,
and
mate. We haven't got all day.
she will
Wouldn't want to piss off Lazarevich, now would we?
put her
Do me a
front
favor,
legs
Flip.
on the
Shoot
sink,
my ears
and
off,
then
please.
there will be like a pan we just cooked with. She will take the pan, lift it up out of the sink, and then put it on the floor, and then try to eat what was on the pan. And she's like, there was nothing there. It still smells like it had food. But there's like literally nothing on the pan. I mean, it was just washed. And so she's like really strong and really clever. The other day she found a bag of microwave popcorn. My sisters have this, it's like a fake kitchen for like when they were younger and when they were like 5 or 6. It's a small like play kitchen, and it had like a fake microwave compartment. And she was like, "Oh, I smell something in there," and so she figured out how to open that door,
What's that? Just come
which
down
is
the
funny because
floor.
it's a sideways door, and she's never been able to open those before. And
Make
she
yourself
figured
useful.
it out. She opened it up, took the microwave popcorn out, started eating that. And we're like, oh.
What are we grinding wheat? What is this? There we go.
Smells like water.
Oh, crap.
We're slowly running out of ways for high food from this stuff. It's like getting everywhere. My other dog will like try to correct her. She barks at me. You're not supposed to jump on counters. You're not supposed to get my people. But the rest of me she likes to lick people's faces, so she'll put her front legs on like your shoulders and then start licking your face. That's funny. But every time like I have to watch her and my mom goes somewhere, when my mom comes back, she's like, "Oh, I thought you were coming back. She's like so happy to see you." And I was like, "She's gonna go into the store for like 2 seconds." And it's funny because my mom drove my sister somewhere and came back. She's gone maybe a half hour. And the dog was just like, "Yeah, I'm back. I know. I've seen you before in your life." But it's funny because when we all leave, and we leave her in the crate, when we come back, she doesn't care. She's like, "I need to get the crate back because you all left."
Hold him.
What the hell are those things? What?
Scarecrows. Guardians to frighten trespassers.
Yeah? Well, it's bloody effective. Zarvich, done what you asked. Let them go.
Always bargaining. But you have played your last hand. And lost.
Looks like it's the end of the road, mate.
No, not yet. I want him to see Shambhala. And die knowing that I have taken it from him. Open the gate! You have been a thorn in my side for far too long. On your knees.
Hey, Zoran, we had a deal.
I do not suffer traitors.
Oh, right, so I suppose you know exactly how to find stone then, won't be needing me. Thanks.
On your knees! What is this? Fire, you fools!
Run!
Go! Onto the bridge!
Come on.
You okay?
Fix my laptop. What is this? I have SSD in there, and it was working great forever, but then it filled up. Got really slow. I have like no gigabytes left on my device.
They're everywhere!
I had to go into the command prompt. I ended up like deleting all the podcasts.
Keep going!
So then I was like able to act kind of normal, but then like it would eventually like every 6 hours it would slow to a halt where you could barely do anything. Like even just like restarting it took 5 minutes. Like you push the reset button and just sit there and think restart it and whatnot.
Oh my god!
But
Hold on!
and so that was kind of annoying. So then I tried repairing the disc, and it was just like, your disc is corrupted, we can't fix it, blah blah blah. I boot into Mac has like a fake safe mode,
out of here now.
and so I booted into that and tried to repair the hard drive, and
for days after I saw
nothing. And so finally I was like, you know what, I'm just
All
gonna
right, let's go.
back it up, and then if I have
Come
to restore
No
it
time to sightsee.
and like reformat the
Let's keep
drive,
moving.
because that's what it was telling me to do, and I was like, I don't want to do that. So then, but then I was like, you know what, I'm gonna clear up more space, because it said I had taken gigabytes free, but it was still having problems. And so I like deleted a whole bunch of apps. I deleted Steam, and then creepy thing that happened was like when I went to delete Steam, first off, I haven't used Steam on the Mac for a long time, so it said it was like
Looks like someone else made it
incompatible
in here before us.
with
So we have
Sierra,
better luck
which is
making
what
it
I
out.
was
Yeah.
using.
These bodies look like they've
Oh,
been here
that's
60,
weird.
70 years.
So I went to delete
Hey.
the app, and then it was
Didn't
like,
seem to do
hey,
them
just to
much
let
good,
you
but
know,
here.
you have all these,
Thanks.
this folder with all these Steam games
Well,
in it. Would you like to delete
Zarovich
it?
and his crew will have headed
I was
into
like,
the
you
city,
know,
so if
who
we can just
programmed
make
that?
it back
Was
to
that
the
Apple?
entrance,
You
it
know,
should be
they
clear
were
by
trying to
now.
get rid of Steam or
No,
whatnot,
Chloe, we're going
and
after
they
the
put that
Chintamani
kind of
stuff.
like exception in,
What?
or was
We
that
have to
Steam?
stop
It was
Lazarevich.
probably
And
Steam
how
that put
exactly
that
do you
in,
plan
but
on
still,
doing
it was
that?
just like,
Get to the stone
if
first
it was
before
Apple,
he does
I was
and
like,
destroy
that's
it.
like
Whoa,
really
whoa, wait a
anti-competitive.
minute.
That
Don't
they
tell me you're buying
made
into all
their
that supernatural
operating system
nonsense.
compatible
I
with
don't know
Steam
what
or
to believe
whatnot.
anymore.
But
Okay, well, just in case you
so I
missed
did,
it,
and
that
I didn't
man
realize I had any
is
games installed.
certifiable. He thinks
But
he's
it
fulfilling
cleared
some
up,
sort of prophecy that the
30
stone will
gigs.
somehow make him
And so
invincible.
then again, I shut down the
Immortal.
computer, went into
We're standing in the middle
safe
of
mode, the
Shambhala, and
recovery
you're
mode,
questioning what's possible?
and I just,
You saw how
I
many
had it
bullets they
fix
pumped
the
into
disc,
those things? Something
and
strange is going
it
on.
All
fixed
the more
it.
reason
It
why
was
we
like,
should get
it
out while we still can.
fixed the corrupt
I'm
sectors,
just trying to set things right.
And maybe
works fine
save the
now,
world?
which is great, because it was
Oh,
really annoying.
God.
And even to do like record
Listen,
streams and everything, I
sunshine.
would only be able to record like
World
maybe
doesn't
an hour and a
care.
half, and then
You
the
stick your
computer would
neck out,
freeze.
you are asking to
And
lose your
luckily, I
head.
would be able to
You
save
said
it.
yourself you want to take this
I
guy
mean,
down.
you
Yes,
kind
and
of
I
see it
want to
coming
see
where it
him
would start
pay
to slow
more than
down
you
and
do. But
become
that's not how it will
unresponsive,
end.
so I'd
This,
stop, save,
this
and
is
restart
how
the
it will
computer.
end.
But now
No.
it's been
Not
working
this
fine
time.
for the past couple of days, so that's
Come on.
fantastic.
What do you say?
But I don't really like Sierra.
that you're crazy.
Some of the issues I have is just it's
Let's
really
go
slow.
save your bloody
And
world.
I have an i7 processor. It's a laptop processor, but it's, I mean, and it's slow about stupid things. Like you'll click on a text box to like enter text, and it has to you get the pinwheel where it like, spins because it's thinking of what to do. And it's just like, it's just a text box. You know, I just need to type in it. What's taking so long? But it has to like think forever. It's never over. It's like 4 or 5 seconds, but it's still really sluggish. And it's like, computer didn't have this problem before.
Great. It's more of those.
What are you doing?
Take cover. Here.
Stay back.
I feel like Apple's getting kind of sloppy with their code and not optimizing it at all.
Great. Stay back. Don't let him near you. Hard to kill, that's what.
I know, right? What are we supposed to do? Any ideas?
Just keep shooting. Have some of this. Great. Stay back. Don't let him near you.
I'm taking Alka-Seltzer
Just keep shooting.
for my stomach. That usually helps, like if I'm having an allergic reaction. My stomach's upset. I don't think it's working. After this, I'm going to lay down or something. But I just don't feel good. So I'm gonna like, after this, I'm gonna like go lay down. Pretty early, it's only 1. And so then later today, I'm gonna start decorating the house. I have a fake Christmas tree. My mom wants to get a real Christmas tree. We usually have a tree in 2 parts of the house, one a fake tree and one not. But I like this new Christmas tree. It's a fake one because it has a lot of like a disco. We should just keep it up all the time. And then I told my mom, I was like, yeah, let's keep Christmas spirit all year round. So we're just gonna take this stuff out, decorate, and never put it back, so we don't have to decorate again next year. And she was like, yeah, sure. And I was like, I'm gonna get that in writing. Hate having to put the decorations away. And then this year for Christmas, or after, we're planning to go to Disney. We're actually going to, not Disney World, but trying to go to Potter World, Potter Mall, or whatnot. And then we're also going to try to get into...
You can make these jumps.
Trying to get into Pandora.
How you doing back there?
Yeah. We're gonna try to go to Pandora for one day at Disney World. And I'm hoping it's good. I was watching another streamer on Twitch, and she was like, "Yeah, I saw everyone else posting all these videos on Pandora." And she was like, "I totally want to go there." And then she said she went there, and she said it was really funny. And so I was like, "Oh no."
What the hell? Oh my
That's-
god, what is that?
The sap is
I hope it's
flammable,
not
just like the
funny.
resin
But
we
she said
found.
it was just because everyone was
great.
filming in like
Little
extra
warning
slow
next
motion, so, better. I'm still looking forward to Pandora. Nate. Oh.
get through some.
What the hell?
Oh my god, what is that?
The sap is flammable, just like the resin we found.
Oh, great. Little warning next time, maybe.
So I do a lot of kind of watch VR videos and but using the cell phone. So I was like, you know what, I wanna see like how much it costs to get like a VR system. So I looked at this one on Amazon and I was like, I looked to see how much it cost, and so I was like, I don't have a PS4, and so I was like, PS4 VR bundle. The first one was just like PS4 VR, and it said bundle, and
The sap is
came
flammable,
with the game
just like
and
the resin we
PlayStation
found.
4. And I was like, that's a good price.
Little warning next
Anyway, so I look at it and it's like, it doesn't say anything about it. PlayStation 4 console. So it's a lie. It didn't come with the PlayStation 4 2. So it wasn't that great of a price without it. So I was like, seriously? But it was like so misleading. Yeah, and so then I went from PlayStation 4 and I was like, well, maybe we could not get like the Oculus or the HTC Vive. And their prices were like okay, but the problem I have with it is I wouldn't need a new computer, but I definitely need a new graphics card and like a higher end one. It's like, I don't want to do that. One, because I have to get the new graphics card, but then I also have to get a new power supply. I can handle the graphics card, and I don't feel like rewiring the PC to do that.
Now we're talking. Let's go. Wait, that looks familiar. Of course. That must be where the Chintamani stone is.
It's all so beautiful.
This place really must have been something back in the day.
Kind of quiet.
Does feel kind of haunted, doesn't it?
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
We got company.
Again?
Told you. Too damn quiet.
Maybe they haven't seen us yet.
Elena, get back.
Now these soldiers are crawling all over the place.
Yeah, I don't really like horror games so much, and so when the VR first came out, I was like, there's a lot of horror games doing it, and I was like, I'm gonna wait. But with the PlayStation, I was like, oh, I was surprised at like how many other games, some I'd never heard of, but they look good. that aren't horror games. There's a lot of them I'd like to play. So I think I'm gonna save up and do the PlayStation one. Mainly because I want a dedicated gaming system. I mean, like I said before, my computers spend most of their time rendering, so I don't have a lot of time to play video games on the PC.
Now, find them. Secure the area now.
And then for the
Oh,
morning of Thanksgiving, or the day before, I installed Mass Effect Andromeda, so I'm playing through that again.
We'll see about that.
It's a lot of fun. I already played it earlier this year. Still enjoying the beginning and everything. So I can't wait to get further along.
That was easy.
And I think Andromeda was a good game. I didn't play it till after they released all their patches, so I didn't have any other problems. Most people have. And I admit, like, some of the animations are like, they're okay, but it's like, don't really understand what person is making, but it's nothing like the bugs before. So yeah, I plan on spending a lot more hours in Mass Effect again. I'm finally gonna romance somebody. I haven't decided who. I think I'm gonna go with Susie. From what I've learned, because the first playthrough of Mass Effect, I didn't romance anybody. It's like, oh my goodness. The person I started to, who was Susie, just never finished, and then it turned out I was just being nice to Cora. I didn't realize like I had romanced her that much, but it turns out like she was
Yeah, the counterweight's missing.
the game thought
Well,
I
you look about the
romanced
right
her the
size.
most, even though there was like no special
Funny.
scene or whatnot.